darkness, this means he is going to go into the realm of overthinking and uh, contemplation, the realm of contemplation. Clear, ladies? Please write to me in your chat. Clear, ladies? Please write to me. Is it clear till now, ladies? Okay, Zahra, you want the last line? Okay. I mean, when he says this parting day and all these sounds are leaving the darkness, leaving the world to darkness and to me. Darkness is a hint for death, the end of life, because he starts saying parting day. So the world, the life is leaving, is parting, leaving the world to what? To darkness, to the end of the day, to night. And to me he means here that I am now left all alone for this darkness, and of course this will allow me for contemplation. It prepares me for contemplation. Hajar? Yes, Hajar, do you need something? ما واضح صوتك هاجر. كان عذراء. مو مشكلة شلون ما يدخلون خلي يدخلون. مو مشكلة بنات، تساعدوا بيناتكم عيني. ورجاء يا بنات المجموعتين حبيباتي بلغوا بعضكم الدخول للميت. عذراء بس اسمحي لي حبيبتي، الميت من تدخلون الجروبين رجاء ب 28 دقيقة، يعني مو ل 48. احنا بعدنا اني اسوي ادمشن للطالبات. رجاء ليش قلت لكم من وقت؟ حتى هاي المشاكل كلها نتلافاها ما يضيع الوقت. رجاء نرجع بنات، نرجع للpresentation. Now these four stanzas, as I say, they are introductory. They establish the setting of the poem, and by establishing the setting, it establishes the atmosphere. You find that there is this atmosphere of melancholy. In the second stanza, he adds to this atmosphere by referring to the stillness, the calmness, which is sad because he says solemn stillness. It increases the melancholy or the somber tone of stanza 1. Sorry. Also, he refers in stanza 3 to another mournful sound, which is the sound of the owl. He says, the moping owl does to the moon complain. The owl is now complaining to the moon. What does it complain? It complains its sorrows and pains. Okay. Beneath in the fourth stanza only, he refers to the graveyard. He says, beneath those rugged elms, the yew trees shade where heavens, the turf in many molding keep, each in his narrow cell forever led, the rude forefathers of Hamlet sleep. Now he says that in the fourth stanza, it is only in this stanza he draws the reader's attention to the graves. When he says, where heaves the turf in many a molding heap, the heap are the sides of the grave when it is dug, and I mean the heaps of soil. Okay, and when these graves are dug to lay the bodies of those forefathers who were rude, but they are now sleeping in peace. They are resting in peace. Of course, it is seemingly that they are resting in peace, because when the writer starts to explain the other stanzas, the rest of the poem, we will see that they are not resting. In fact, those rude forefathers, they are not resting. Why? Because they have done something cruel in their life. Of course, they will not be very peaceful in their graves. Now, to sum it up, ladies, it is important to denote that the first four stanzas are establishing the setting. As I said, they also suggest the atmosphere in which the poet is melancholy, because he is now contemplating not only the death of those people, he contemplates his own death. There is a very important point, as I said in stanza 4, when the writer describes the heaps of earth surrounding the graves. He gives us a false grammatical order of the sentence. Instead of saying the turf heaves, because the turf is the subject and heaves is the object, is this verb, he introduces the verb. He says the heaves turf. It is turf heaves. Okay. Why? Because he wants to make a similarity between the syntactic order and the thematic order. In the theme, thematically speaking, he says what? That those people who are buried in this place, they have disrupted, they have spoiled the ground, they have spoiled the earth, because he refers to earth as a very important character, of course. And this is also romantic because it is part of nature which was holified by the romantic poets. Anyhow, he says that the earth is disrupted, the earth is spoiled, corrupted by digging the graves of those people. So this corruption thematically is very similar to the corruption in the order of grammatical, in the grammatical order of the sentence, when he switches the places of the subject and the verb. Now, is it clear till now, ladies? Please tell me that it is clear in your chat, please, without opening your mics, if you don't mind. Clear, ladies? Good. The other group, please. Is it clear, ladies? The other group? Good. Thank you, Zahra. Now, we go back to... يا بنات رجاء قلت لكم الدخول قبل وقت، الله يرضى عليكم. نعم. Yes. بنات انتوا ليش تتغادروا هالمحاضرة؟ ترى ما يصيرش. Can you repeat the last one? Yes, Russell, I'm going to repeat myself. Ladies, the last point we have discussed is that the writer in the last stanza, as you see here, he says what? Where heaves the turf. The turf is the subject, and it is supposed to be followed by the verb, which is heaves. He is supposed to say the turf heaves in many a molding heap. Okay. Here he is describing how digging the graves of people is corrupting the earth, because we are digging and there are heaps of soil around the grave. So the earth is corrupted by digging the graves. And as this corruption happens, he wants to add to the ambiguous atmosphere of death by making ambiguous order, syntactic order, grammatical order. So he switches the place of the verb, and he puts it in front of the before the subject, to add more to the ambiguous atmosphere of death. He considers that death is an ambiguous issue. So in order to add more to this ambiguity, what does he do? As he is presenting thematic disruption, represented by the disruption and corruption of earth, he makes grammatical disruption. So it is verbal and thematic disruption. It is verbal and thematic disruption. This can be given to as as a question. as a question. How can you, or how can the writer, or how does the writer presents thematic and verbal corruption? It is presented in this stanza. Clear, Russell, please? Write to me, please, Russell. Is it clear to you, lady? Russell, dear? Great. Anyone who wants to repeat the... is it clear for all of you, ladies? Yes, good. Now we go back to... Yeah, please. Yes, Hajar. Hajar, can I ask you something, please? Can you, Hajar, if you are listening, can you write the questions in beside you in a paper, on a paper? And when we finish the lecture, we are going to listen to all your questions, if you don't mind. Hajar, good. Yeah, thank you very much, please.